Good morning. Over the last 3 weeks or so, I have been yanked at by the will of God. And I do apologize. My name is Ramon Durant. If you have never seen or heard of me before, I'm here. And I was doing this before. As you can see, I've had previous videos on YouTube as well. But I have learned, or I am learning again, over and over and over again, what consistency really means. I allow certain things to hinder or disrupt my process in regards to these. And let me remind you that these videos are not for fame or fortune. They are for encouragement. There are people that I know who need, to be encouraged. There are people who need to be lifted. And my problem was while I was down, I felt as if I was not strong enough to still lift others. So that has been clarified between God and I, or God and me. So this is what I'm attempting to do. Far beyond that, still in a moment of humbling when it comes to me. I'm being humbled. There are certain circumstances I'm going through that are far beyond my own understanding. Now, yes, there are some who may have been through what I'm going through already. But being that it is new to me, the understanding with it is new as well. So I'm attempting to gather what this all could really mean. The expectations in my life of the people close to me, they're not meeting them, and it's not their responsibility to. It is my obligation or my objective to decipher what I should really expect of people and not put too much on them, and act accordingly based on that perception. So things are hurting me in light of that, or as a result of my expectations being too high of people. I myself am being hurt by it. In that, I've realized that I'm putting my joy and my happiness in somebody else's hands. Based on what somebody else does depends on whether I'm going to be happy or not. Now, these things, these perceptions, these encouragements are cliche. There's nothing new about hearing these particular things. So this is not what should enlighten you. The fact of the matter is, when will we live up to the fact that others are not responsible? Knowing it and living it out is two different things. When we get to the point where we realize, you know what, he or she or they are not responsible for my joy. So whether they are ignorant, arrogant, intelligent, or insightful, I'm going to have joy. And that's what I'm learning now. I have found myself in this redundant process where I get encouraged, I attempt to encourage, I get discouraged, and I stop, which is why these videos are not as consistent as they should be. What you should see in regards to me is that every now and again, when I attempt to get into the process where I should be, the devil does not want me there. So he finds any kind of way he can to draw me from my spiritual progression. I am far beyond that now. I'm far beyond that. I want to do so much more with my life without someone else being responsible for whether it gets done or not, because it is my life, just like it is your life. And whatever is in your way, if we are to use that particular term, Whatever is in your way has nothing to do with you getting to your destination. Nothing to do with it. We must learn to disregard, ignore, and even sometimes neglect our hindrances, because what we feed into is what really will hinder us. If we know that a particular person, place, or thing is hindering us from getting where we want to be, it's all cliche information. We're not going to get there if we invest emotionally in it. We're going to be stuck right there at that thing, and then progression then slows down. But I'm asking that you would pray for me, because it is not easy being called to do a thing. And if you can tell by my consistency in these videos, I'm losing. I'm losing. I may not be a loser, because the battle, the victory is won already. But if I consider my current process and what I continue to agree to go through in regards to what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm losing. And I don't want to lose anymore. So those of you who value my opinion, or even value me, whether it is my opinion or not, if I mean anything to you, pray for me, because that's what I need. And whether I see your face or not, I can also pray for you with a simple request. God knows exactly who will invest attention into these videos, and He knows what to move. He knows what you need. He knows what you don't need. He knows what you're trying to get rid of. He knows what you're trying to pick up. He knows these things. But I would ask that you would pray for me as I pray for you, and God then in turn would bless us both, us all, for that matter. I want to be consistent with these things. I don't want the people, places, and things closest to me to draw me farthest away from what God has for me to do. You continue to be blessed, which is what is happening right now as you are watching this. God is keeping you alive, safe. You and your families. You and your loved ones. He's keeping you. Be grateful for it. The small things do count. And be encouraged, if nothing else. God has a particular purpose for you too. And whether you are willing to find it out or not, the fact is the one thing that will still remain. He wants you to do something. He needs you to do a particular thing. And that's what I'm fighting with now, which is why I get encouragement from my daughter, and it blows my mind, because she says what I already know. But when I say it to myself, it is not as effective. So I pray that I would take heed to what she's saying, and just follow where God has for me to go. Be blessed. Continue to pray, and I thank you. I thank you for clicking on this video, whether you liked it or not. This is about obligation and not about entertainment. It's not about approval. I'm not looking for like buttons. Just looking for someone who will invest enough time to hear the truth. It is the only thing that will set you free. The truth. If nothing else, let God use you. Let Him use you.